Hey, welcome to the Toolshed. We're glad you stopped by today. This is a place where you can stop by for a few minutes somewhere throughout your day, and we can make every job just a little bit easier for you. I'm not here with my friend Eddie McFarland today. I'm here with my friend Brian Donovan. Brian, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hey, this one-of-a-kind international Toolshed is brought to you by Schedule Engine, thanks to our good friends over there. And Emerson, our good friends at Emerson, are sponsoring this particular episode. Good day in the shed. We've had some fun already. Brian beat me out of some gambling debts, that we'll say, golfing. Don't play golf with Brian if he wants to bet you.
Well, there goes that income stream.
There goes that income stream. Yeah. That's right. Hey, today we want to talk about like career path or a career ladder, as you like to call it. Define that for me.
I don't know. I really view career ladders and career paths as different things. A career ladder to me seems to be a pretty linear progression. I'm going to start as a helper tech, and I'm going to make my way to a service manager. A career path, I think, is a lot more personal of finding where you want to be and what your goals are for your career, and being able to find the resources to follow that path. It may not always be an advancement from junior to senior, but it may be in a related industry or something that you're just passionate about.
I gotcha. So we talked about a personal mission statement in the Toolshed a couple of days ago, and we talked about having that vision of where you want to go, and that North Star, and always shooting for that North Star. Where a ladder, I think maybe our audience could relate to the whole ladder thing a little easier. So if I came in and I was a maintenance technician, and then I became a demand technician, then I maybe could become a supervisor. That type of ladder, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Is with greater responsibility, if that's your goal, is gonna drive being happy in your job, right?
Yeah,
if I'm starting to achieve what I want to achieve, I'm gonna feel some satisfaction in that.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about the trades is like you could start off in one particular role, and then you could start your own business.
You can do whatever you want.
You can take it all the way to being an entrepreneur and starting your own plumbing business or your own, and like we know lots and lots of guys that have done that.
Yeah, I think where we started a couple of minutes ago, you said it's a personal goal, right? What is my goal? Do I want to own a company? Do I want to do something completely different? How do I get there?
Yeah, and so with the companies that you work with and the technicians you work with, like what's a common theme? Like what are two good points that they need to remember? Or here's two things that like don't do this to your career.
Oh, geez.
That was a loaded question.
Yeah, I don't really know where to go with that. The only thing that I hold dearly is that I'm responsible for my own outcome. And I have to seek those resources. I also have to ask for help. And I have to find people that I want to emulate. How did they get there? What can I learn from their journey that's going to help my journey?
Yeah, and if you've been watching the Toolshed for some time now, you know my friend Eddie always talks about you got to keep your hand on the rudder, and you can't let go of the ship when the storms arise. You can't let go. You got to keep your hand on that rudder, and that's tough to do sometimes. And you want a long career, and you want a lot of things. But listen, success is an inside job. So as a business owner, it's easy for a small business owner to say, well, look at my competition, look at what those guys are doing, look at what that company's doing. I'm going to focus on what everybody else is doing instead of focusing on what we're doing and trying to get better at what we do. As a salespeople are notorious for this. I see that guy being successful and he's getting all the good leads, and I'm going to compare myself to that guy as opposed to saying, hey, I need to perform better on the calls that I'm getting. right? You see technicians do that. You see businesses do that. It's not outside, it's inside. And so if you want a really good career path, you want a really good career ladder, you should look on the inside. And so nobody's coming to help you in your career more than you are. Nobody's going to help Brian more than Brian. Can I get an amen?
Yeah, well, you got an amen. I mean, because really nobody cares more than I do about where I end up. So it's really incumbent upon me to set my goals, try to figure out a way to achieve them. And when I run into roadblocks, having the temerity to just continue moving on, seeing this path didn't work. How do I find another path that is going to allow me to achieve?
Yeah, we've talked about on the Toolshed, like it plateaus, your career plateaus many times, and sometimes people, they give up during that plateau, or they change careers in that plateau. As if they just stick with it a little bit longer, the next door opens. And so I'm super thankful for like a bunch of no's. I've had lots of doors closed on my career. Yeah. I've had several people that I said, hey, I'd like to do this. And they said, no, we're going to close that door on you. And I thought it was horrible, that it was going to end my career. And then what it did was it allowed me to do something else because another door opened. Does anything like that happen with you, Brian?
How I ended up in Interplay is exactly that story. My career was in a completely different industry, and I did that for 20 years. And I was given this opportunity, and I thought, yeah, I guess I'll give that a try. And what it has allowed me is to find something that I didn't know I was passionate about until it was shown to me. Mm-hmm. And in the last, 3 or 3.5 years that I've been with Interplay, I've grown to actually take our company's mission and internalize it and realize that I have common goals with that. So that speaks very, very close to my heart. It was a closed door that allowed me to find something that I'm truly, truly passionate about.
Yeah, we should do an episode on the Toolshed about just that and how your career goes a certain way, and then you hit a setback, and what you decide to do with those setbacks and those obstacles. And we talked about, my friend Les Brown says, you're either coming out of a problem, going into a problem, or you're in a problem right now. Right. So everybody's got problems, and you're going to have setbacks in your career, and you want to have that north star, and you want to have a career ladder, right? Sometimes for me, it's felt like kind of 2 steps up and 1 step back. You ever feel like that? Any of your contractors say, "Hey, I'm trying the Interplay learning, but it's not working as well as I thought it would be." What's your advice for that?
Communicate. Ask for help.
Okay.
You're likely not the first person that has ever gone through this thing.
Yeah.
And you're not going to solve it in a dark room. So, you bring light to that, and you seek resources. You seek help, you ask questions, and you learn from where other people have stumbled. Yeah,
so that's the cool thing about the trades, is like you can get in an organization, and there's lots of really good training organizations out there. You can join ACA. You can go to their conferences. You can hear some really good speakers. You can go to a workshop, and you can really learn some things that'll help your business, or help you as a salesperson, or help you as a technician, help you as a plumber. You can learn all those things. But listen, this is just the huddle, and you got to go play the game. And so that's what, my friend Eddie McFarland, he's a man of action. It's not just knowing something, it's applying it.
Right. I mean, you got to go out and do it. You're right. Get into the game.
You just got to get in the game. And so, hey, if there's other things you want us to talk about about training on Thursdays, we'd love to hear from you. Comment, go to that YouTube channel, subscribe to that YouTube channel, and you'll get 7 years of good luck. Join our Facebook group. We're glad that you came by the Toolshed today. Brian, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks for having me again.
Brian Donovan, know him, like him, follow him. This one-of-a-kind Toolshed is brought to you by Schedule Engine. And if you don't know about Schedule Engine and you're a contractor, 2 things you should know: less headaches, more booked appointments. What's not to like about that? We're really thankful to our good friends over at Emerson for sponsoring this episode, and we'll see you out there. Be good and do good. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by the Toolshed.